Before you spend a single dollar on FTMO challenge, ask yourself this: are you prepared or are you walking straight into a trap? Most traders fail because they don't know the 10 crucial things that I will share with you in this video. These aren't just tips, they're actual lessons that I wish someone told me before I started my prop firm challenge. I would have saved a lot of money and I would have saved a lot of time. So let's get started. Key number 1, stop blaming your psychology for losing trades. What is the real issue? You do not have a trading edge. Seriously, watching hundreds of hours of ICT videos is not a trading edge. You're not gonna have any success. You need to put in the work, you need to roll up your sleeves, and you need to backtest. So find a trading edge that you like, pick a currency pair, and do the backtesting. As I said, minimum 5 years of data. You need to put in the work, you need to prove to yourself that your strategy, that your trading edge actually works on a large sample size. You need to build confidence, and then by building confidence, it will actually fix most of your problems in your psychology. And your current psychology is just screwed up because you don't have a trading edge. You're basically a break-even trader. I'm betting 95% of you who are watching this cannot describe what your trading edge is or don't have any data to actually back it up. So without this foundation of having a trading edge and the data that you need, the backtested data, you're simply gambling, you're a break-even trader. Key number 2, your goals are trash. If your goal is to be fully funded with FTMO and have 50K in payouts by the end of 2025, I have some news for you, it's not gonna happen. You need to aim for some goals that you can actually control. What do I mean by that? Well, you need to set yourself goals like, I'm gonna backtest every day for 2 to 3 hours. In 2025, I will backtest my trading edge, my strategy on 10 currency pairs on the last 5 years of data. And I'm gonna do that by backtesting every day of the week for at least 2 to 3 hours. The market doesn't care about your percentage goals. Again, some years are better, some years are worse, some years are great, some years are break even. So you never know if you're gonna have a great year, a mediocre year, or a bad year. But we know on a large sample size, we can consistently extract money from the markets. So the market really doesn't care about your percentage goals. And if you have a goal that you're gonna make 100% in 2025, you will be highly disappointed. Key number 3, you don't have to be a genius. So you don't need a PhD in finance in order to be a profitable trader and to get payouts out of prop firms. If you have good realistic expectations, we just talked about this. So if you don't think that you can make 100% per year every year, but instead you think you can make 20 to 30% on average per year, well then you're already off to a good start. If you have a trading edge, if you have backtested data, if you have realistic expectations, well then it is highly possible for you to pass a prop firm challenge and get a payout. Even with a 20 to 30% return per year, it is still possible to have those great months and to actually make some good returns. And what you can also do is you can risk, let's say 1% per trade on your personal account, but you may bump up the risk a bit more on the actual challenge account, on the prop firm account. You can be a bit more aggressive and again wait for those good months where you make a lot of percentage and then you'll pass the challenge and maybe even get a payout. So don't think that you need to be this super crazy mastermind in order to make money in the markets. It's not extremely hard. It is very hard, don't get me wrong, but it's not extremely hard. If you do have those 3 key things I just talked about, you can be successful. Number 4, it's gonna take way longer than you think and it's gonna cost much more. Let's be real, trading is a long-term game. It will probably take 5 times longer and cost 5 times more than you initially thought in order to get to the level that you're aiming for. It is basically the same as starting a business. So people tend to overestimate what they can achieve in 1 year, but they tend to underestimate what they can achieve in a decade. So yes, your progress in 1 year is not gonna be massive. It takes a few years to learn to trade, but in 5 years or in a decade, you can be really successful, much more than you think. And the trading game really isn't about getting rich quickly. That is impossible. It is about staying in the game long enough to actually find success. I would say that trading is a get rich slow scheme. Key number 5, prop firms want you to lose. Prop firms are basically casinos, so their main income comes from the failed challenge fees. 95% of traders are gonna fail the prop firm challenge, so they make a huge amount of money from those challenge fees. When you pass a challenge, when you get a payout on the account, you get paid out from the failed challenge fees. So they pay you out straight from their own pocket. They don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to make any money, because when you make money, they lose money. You've got to know who you're up against, you must know your enemy, and you must have a good plan of how you will actually win the battle against prop firms. It can be done, but again, some steps need to be taken, and you need to go with reputable prop firms such as, let's say, FTMO or the 5%ers. Rest of them, very shady, very sketchy. You can lose a lot of money, you can lose a lot of time. Like, it takes you a couple of months to reach the funded stage, and imagine putting in 5 months to pass phase 1, pass phase 2, and then actually reaching a payout, and then the prop firm denies the payout or disappears out of existence. Now you have wasted 500 euros for the challenge fee, and you have wasted 5 months of your time. Key number 6, the time limit is gone. So it used to be that FTMO had a time limit of 30 days for phase 1, 60 days for phase 2. That made things very, very hard, I'm not gonna lie. I failed a lot of challenges because of the time limit rule, because at the end of that time limit, I over-risked. I took a lot of shitty setups because I wanted to save the challenge, and that is when I have actually blown the challenge. But now the time limit is gone, so that part is removed, and it's a lot easier to pass the challenge and reach a payout. But you need to be patient, you must not rush, you must not overtrade, you must follow the plan and take things slow. Passing a challenge is so much easier when you're not in a hurry. Again, if you get a month where there are 0 trades, or maybe just 1 or 2 trades according to your trade plan, well, then stick to the plan. I mean, you have built that plan, you have concrete backtesting data for a reason. Now you must stick to the plan, and it's even easier now. As I said, the time limit is gone, so there is absolutely 0 reason to overtrade, 0 reason to rush, unless you're super greedy, unless you want to make a bunch of money very quickly. In that case, prop firms are definitely not for you. That is a completely wrong mindset to have. Key number 7, expect to fail your first challenge. It happens. It's completely normal. Most of the traders that I know that are successful in the markets have failed a lot of challenges, and they have failed the first, the second, maybe even the third challenge that they have actually tried. The key is understanding the risk to reward. So the challenge fee is the risk, but the payout is the actual reward. So you may buy 2, 3, maybe even 4 challenges for, let's say, a $500 fee per challenge. So you may be down, I don't know, $2,000, but you just need one good payout of, let's say, $5,000, and you have made all of those challenge fees back and then some. You have made a lot of good profits. If you have a good trading edge, if you stick to the trade plan, you will come out ahead and you will be net positive. Number 8, go big or go home. Pick the 100K account. Don't go small. Don't start with the 10K, 25K. In my opinion, it is just not worth it, especially if you're a swing trader. Now, this may be misinterpreted. People may say that I'm crazy. I'm recommending for everyone to pick the expensive 100K and they're gonna lose a lot of money. Well, look, if you're a good trader, if you have a good track record, you have live trading experience, you know what you're doing, you're a swing trader, and you only have, let's say, 3 to 4 months in a year where you make good profits. That is my case, for example. I only have 3 to 4 big months in a year where I make most of the profits. So for me, when I'm waiting for those good months, I want to be prepared. I want to have good size challenge accounts running. That is one of the mistakes that I made when I was just starting FTMO. I picked the accounts that were just too small, and then a good month came, but the account was super small, so it wasn't really a big deal. And most of the traders that I know that got a lot of big payouts, they had very big accounts with prop firms. So be prepared when those good months come. You want to have the 100K accounts waiting so that you can exploit the good price action, get in on those nice trends, pass the challenges, get a payout, possibly all in one good month. Again, don't get me wrong, making 10% every single month is just impossible. It's not gonna happen. I'm talking about those 2 to 3 months where you may make 10% plus, because let's say I make 30% or 40% in 1 year. I'm just gonna have 2 or 3 months where I make around 10%. Rest of the months will be losing, break even or maybe like +1, +2%. So I'm counting on those few months where I make +8, +10, +12% returns to pass the challenge, pass phase 1, pass phase 2, and get a payout. Tip number 9. Timing is everything. I recommend starting your challenge when you're expecting an active period in the markets. How do you know when there will be an active period? It all depends if you're a day trader, a swing trader, or a scalper, but I'm a swing trader, and I know in my backtesting data that Q1 of most years tends to be very active and full of opportunities. We tend to have some great trends and we tend to have big trades in Q1, meaning the first 3 months of a year. So I know if I take advantage of the discounts like the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas discounts, and load up on challenges before January, there is a good chance that I will actually pass some of those challenges, maybe even get a payout in Q1. And it will be good for my psychology as well. I will start on a strong note. I'll get some nice winning trades, most likely. See, the probabilities are stacked in my favor, so I will most likely get some nice trends, get some nice trades, and it'll be good again for my psychology because I will be in the green. So even if I don't pass a challenge in the first 3 months in the Q1, I will still be pretty confident because later on I'll be positive and I just need to get a few more wins in order to cross the threshold and pass phase 1 or phase 2. So start strong and it'll be much easier to handle the slower months. Final key number 10. Full-time trading is overrated. You need to forget about going full-time. Social media has painted this great dream of full-time trading, sitting on the beach, making millions of dollars, and we all know, like the guys that have been in the game for a few years, we all know that it's complete bullshit and it is there to sell courses. Full-time trading puts so much psychological pressure on you. I know I have tried it. I have friends that tried full-time trading. It just did not work. When you have the bills coming in every single month and you're in drawdown, so your account is sitting in the red and you keep taking losses, because it will happen. Look, every single strategy goes through bad drawdown periods. How will you pay the bills? How will you psychologically handle the drawdowns in those tough months? You won't. You will overtrade, over-risk. You'll probably blow your account, or you will maybe completely stop trading because it will just get extremely hard. The bills don't pause when you're in a drawdown. And even the elite traders at a real prop firm such as SMB Capital, you can look it up, they do get a base salary to get them through the tough periods. So even the best of the best of the best of traders have tough periods, have losses, have drawdowns, and in those periods they still need to pay their bills. That is why they receive a base salary to, of course, help with their psychology. So do yourself a favor, do not aim to be a full-time trader. I think having a main source of income, a steady source of income every single month to pay the bills, and then trading on the side, so having a secondary income through trading, I think that is the best way to go. That gives you the highest chance for success. And sure, later on, if you're extremely successful, if you're really good at it, you could save up for your expenses for a full year, so that you have all of the expenses in the next year covered and you can try to go full time. But I don't think it should be your goal. I think social media painted an awful picture of what trading really is, and you need to clear your head off of that social media influence. You need to have, again, realistic expectations. If you have reached this part of the video, comment trading edge in the comment section. And if you're ready to stop wasting your time and learn about a clear trading edge, how to backtest that trading edge, then check out zentumtrading.com. The link will of course be in the description of this video. At Zentum Trading, we teach you everything that you need to know to go from zero to becoming a consistently profitable trader. If you have any questions, make sure to put it in the comment section. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.